welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know who I am, since this is my only second sit down video, I've been doing vlogs. So if you have been watching my vlogs, welcome back. If you're new, because this is my only second sit down like serious video, hello, my name is Cara. Just started YouTube. Hopefully this can turn into something, I don't know. Really just doing it because this is something that I've always wanted to do, just in a brief description. So hopefully y'all like my videos, and hopefully you will subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and help me reach my dream, which is to become a YouTuber and to hopefully make YouTube my full-time job. That would be wonderful. It's always something that I've always wanted to do. Today I'm doing a video on products that I use daily. So I figured help y'all, if y'all want to know what I use on my face to do my makeup with. That's what I'm doing here today. So let's get to it. Alright, I'm gonna start with primer. I use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. And I love this stuff. It's the best primer that I've ever used. It is $38 for the bottle. Comes with 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce. I'm out of it right now. I need to get more. But I got it in when I ordered Jaclyn Hill's. Here's what I got right here. Jaclyn Hill's blush and highlighter collaboration with Becca. Came in like the little sample size, and I used it one time and I fell in love, so I had to get the full bottle. So that's what I use to prime my face. And I also use Professionals. I use Professional, and I don't know where it is. I just used it earlier today, but I seem to have misplaced it. So just know that's what I use as well. Foundation wise, I go between this Maybelline Fit Me foundation, matte and poreless. It's normal to oily in shade 112 Natural Ivory. Not quite sure. I like this, but also don't at the same time. Some days it'll go with my skin and some days it doesn't. Sometimes it turns me orange, sometimes it doesn't. So really it just kind of depends on the day. So, and then I go between, and then the other one I go to sometimes is this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in the shade 00B Light. And I had a love-hate relationship with this in the beginning. Tati, Glam Life Guru, said that she loved this. This is one of her favorite drugstore brands. But every time I would put it on, I'd prime my face, use Professionals. I couldn't figure out, my face would react to it really badly and get a really bad chemical burn. And I couldn't figure out what was reacting to it. I thought maybe just my skin, there's something in the ingredients that made my skin react very badly to it. But I tried it without primer and just the Professionals, and it still did that to my face. And I thought maybe it was just the primer, so I just stopped using it. And then I was like, maybe it's the Professionals. So I tried it without the Professionals, and it doesn't burn my face anymore. So I can't use this and Professionals together, which I thought was kind of odd. I don't know if anybody else has had this kind of reaction, or maybe it's just me. So I haven't really been able to use my Professionals because I have been liking this. But I'm starting to have difficulties with it because it is turning my face orange. I actually had to completely do my foundation today and put this one back on, and still turned a little orange. I don't know if it's just because my skin might be dry or because it's cold outside. I'm not really sure. But if y'all have any suggestions for some new foundation for me to try, that would be great. But for right now, I'm just sticking with these until I can try another foundation. So that's what I use for foundation. And to apply the foundation, I use just a standard beauty blender, or I use this Oval 6 Artiste brush that I just got for Christmas from Kenny, who is my boyfriend for those who don't watch the vlog. And I like this. Well, actually I love it as much as I thought I would. But I actually like this better than a beauty blender because it makes the product go a whole lot longer. Like, you don't have to use as much. It makes a little product go as far as need be. So I try not to use as much. I'm still having difficulty trying not to use as much product with this, just because I know you don't have to use a lot of foundation or a lot of product with it. So that's trying to get used to that, but definitely love how flawlessly this puts my foundation on. For concealer, I use this Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles by Maybelline, and it's in the shade Fair. Tati again, actually recommended this as a drugstore concealer. I do like it, and I don't know if I like it, but I'm having difficulty when I put it on. It kind of wipes my foundation off up underneath. I'm not really quite sure what that is, so I have to dab it, and then I have to, dab it in and blend it. So that's kind of an issue, but other than that, this is one of my favorite concealers that I've ever tried. So that's what I use to conceal my face. Since I just got these Artiste brushes, I've been using the Oval 4 Artiste brush to blend in my concealer instead of a beauty blender. Not a beauty blender. I've been using this instead of this little sponge applicator on the end of this, just so I can actually blend it and it doesn't completely wipe off my foundation underneath. So that's come real handy. I'd say Kenny did pretty good with this Christmas gift. Moving on to eyes. I actually prime my eyes again with this concealer, the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I just blend that in with a beauty blender. And then eyeshadow palette I use is this Jaclyn Hill palette. So once I got this, I don't use any other eyeshadow palette. They blend so well, and there's just a whole range of colors in here that I really like. So, but if y'all do have any more eyeshadow palettes to recommend, please leave them down in the comments below, so maybe I can try something else. What I use to put my eyeshadow on with is this Ipsy T35 Precise blending brush. It's just like a fluffy blending brush. I got it in an Ipsy bag, obviously, and I love it. It's probably the best blending brush that I have, actually. And it was completely free. Well, I had to pay $10 for the box, or for the bag, the Ipsy bag. But I got a whole bunch of other stuff in the bag as well. So really, I technically got it for way cheaper than what you probably could have bought it for. So this is one of my favorite. I use this all the time. For the outer corner of my eye, I actually use this other, I don't know exactly what to call it, but it's kind of like, I use it to dab the color on. I don't really, to help the color stay. I don't really use it for blending. I'm not really sure exactly what the name is, because like I said, there's no lettering on it, or no words on it. But it came in the 7-piece rose gold set, and I think this was the second set of brushes that I ever bought from Morphe Brushes. I think the first one was their gunmetal set, which I like too, but I haven't used them since I got these ones. So I plan on hopefully getting some more because I need some new ones. But I also use this other, it's kind of like a, I don't know what to call it, like a kind of like a flat eyeshadow brush to put on the glitters on my eye, or like the shimmery colors on my eye. It does really well, you know, when you wet the brush and you pack on some shimmery eyeshadow or glitter or whatever eyeshadow pigment. Works really well. And then I use this pencil brush to just go across my lash line, my bottom lash line, to blend out some eyeshadows to go under there as well. So these are the brushes. These are the brushes that I use for my eyes. Moving on to the cheek area, I just got this. I'm sorry, my makeup's dirty. But I just got this contour kit, light and medium, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I got it during Thanksgiving, and I absolutely love it. For the money you spend on it, it's actually not that bad. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I think in maybe around $30. But for the price you spend on it, it's not bad, because you can, what I like about it, you can actually remove the pans. Like if one of them runs out, you can take one of the pans out and just buy another individual pan and just slap it back in there. You don't have to go and buy a whole new palette, which I love because it saves a whole bunch of money. I use this from the rose gold set. Again, I use this contour brush, which is an angled brush, I believe. But I really like this one too. I just like the hairs that they use, the brush hairs that they use. It's very soft, picks up a lot of product, so you don't have to, you know, sit there and, you know, constantly swirl your brush in the product. So that's what I use for contour. For blush, I use this Jaclyn Hill Becca palette, which I use that middle blush. I use that amaretto blush right there in the middle. I have used all of Champagne Pop, so I gotta get some more of that. But I use this Prosecco Pop right here to highlight my brow bone a lot, so that's what I use for my cheeks. I use this powder brush from the rose gold set, again, to apply my blush, and I also use it to apply this setting powder. Well, it's not really setting powder. Well, I guess it is. It's loose finishing powder by Almay, or Almay, however you pronounce it. Smart shade. It's in the shade Light. Yeah, it's in the shade Light. This is just something cheap that you can just go get at the drugstore. I don't, usually stuff like this I don't go and spend a whole bunch of money on, just because I only use it in small places, like underneath my eyes, where I highlight my face. So I don't really use it all that much. Moving on to highlighter. This is the highlighter that I got with that contour Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It is in the color Lilac Geode. I believe that's how you pronounce that. And I just think it is so pretty. Let's see if I can swatch this for y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that or how pigmented it is, but I love how it switches over from the pink, or like the lilac, to the gold. It's just so pretty. So, and when I apply that, I use also that same contour brush. I use it to apply that. For brows, I use this Flower Eyebrow Pencil by Drew Barrymore. It was the closest thing that I could find, like as dupe-wise, for the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil. I didn't feel like spending the money on the eyebrow pencil on Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil. So I went to the drugstore and I found this one, and I like it. Let's put it this way. I have a love-hate relationship with it because I like it, but when you blend it out with the spoolie, it kind of flakes. That's how you want to say it. So it's hard to blend a little bit. But other than that, I like it. I don't regret buying it. This is actually my second time buying it. So that's it for the brows. I use for eyeliner, when I do use it, I used to use it a lot when I first started wearing makeup. I used to do my lower lash line. I used to do a wing. A wing was necessary. Doing eyeshadow and doing an eye look without a wing was such a, just like a different, I don't know, it was scary to go from using a wing all the time to not using them. But once I started getting used to just doing eyeshadow, I don't really like the look of wings anymore on me personally. I actually enjoy doing eye looks without a wing because I feel like the wing kind of covers up the eyeshadow. So with me, I just don't really do wings anymore, and I don't usually use an eyeliner on my lash line anymore, just because I feel like it darkens up my eyes, and I like my eyes to feel open because I kind of have closed eyes, I guess you could say. Like when I smile, they kind of close a little bit. They're not really, they're not big, let me put it that way, they're not big. So I like to not use a dark eyeliner on my lash line so my eyes don't look as small or smaller than they actually are. So yeah, so this is what I use when I use eyeliner. I use this Tarte color correcting palette. Not really all the time, I know it looks like it, but I really don't really use it all that often. When I do, I kind of go a little harsh, maybe a little bit too harsh on the orange and the green and the yellow, but I don't, some days it's not really necessary for me to use it. It just kind of depends on the day. But sometimes I use this number 3 color to contour my face. Sometimes I don't, it just kind of depends. But this is my color correcting palette that I do use under my foundation, which I forgot to mention. But if you do get a coloring corrected palette, I do like this one. I do recommend getting the blending brush that does come with it. I did not, so I didn't know what brush to use. So I would recommend getting the brush that does come with it, like the blending brush that it doesn't come with it, but they do have a blending brush made for this palette, so I recommend getting it. I use this Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Angel as my mascara. I do this first, and then I got this Makeup Forever Excessive Lashes mascara in the Ipsy bag, and I love it. Well, I like it. I don't use it. I like it, but not enough to repurchase it. Well, not repurchase it. I like it, but not enough to purchase it. I'd rather go back to Better Than Sex mascara, waterproof, the waterproof kind. I'd rather go back to that if I do buy another high-end mascara. I went and got this. The Falsies Push Up Angel when I ran out of my waterproof Better Than Sex mascara, and I have not gone back to get it. I just don't, I'm not anywhere near like a makeup store, so I can't just run down the street and get, like I don't have a Sephora or an Ulta, so I just can't run down the street and go get it. So whenever I have time, I have to just go get it, because it's like 30 minutes in the next state over. So that's what I do for my eyelashes. When I do wear false lashes, I do wear the Demi Wispies, just like a drugstore brand. They work just as good for me as high-end eyelashes. I've only used one pair of high-end eyelashes, and I don't like the thick band, but I like the fact that I like about the drugstore brand is that you can save them. You can use them about twice per each pair. But you can also, like, it comes in multiple, like there's like 4 pairs to a pack, so I like that. But that is what I use. I also use the Duo eyelash glue to put them on when I do wear falsies. The 2 lipsticks that I do go to, I have been loving the nudie orangey colors recently. I sometimes use this. I just got this one actually not too long ago. I got it in Thanksgiving along with the highlighter and the contour palette. But it's Maybelline's Vivid Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Nude Thrill number 5. The only complaint I do have about this is that it is matte, but it takes a while to dry. That's the only thing that I have to say negative about this. Other than that, it's a good color. It goes on well. It's not patchy. You know, it stays very well once it dries. But it just takes a while to dry. The other lip product that I use, which I got probably like 6 months ago, is this e.l.f. matte lipstick. It's in the shade Blushing Brown. Let's see if I can. That's the color. That's it for today's video. I really hope that this was very informative. You know, maybe you saw something that you wanted to try. You know, maybe you want to suggest something to me to try. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Hope you guys really did enjoy it. Hopefully y'all come back to watch. I would also like to give a shout out to Emily Price and Bethany in Blush. I'll leave their channels down below. They've been so nice and giving me the confidence to continue to make videos, which is something that I've always wanted to do. I've always been kind of wary of posting videos on YouTube just because I'm shy and I have anxiety. So it really does mean a lot. So thank you. Enough babbling and I'll stop being emotional. But thanks for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on social media, which is also in the description below. Please come back and watch my videos. It'd be awesome. Also, shout out to my boyfriend and my family for also supporting me do this whole YouTube thing. It sounds silly to some people, but you know, this is something, like I said, I always wanted to do. So huge thank you to my boyfriend and my family. Y'all are my biggest supporters, so I can't forget about y'all. So thank you. I'll see y'all later.